Hi guys, and welcome in to episode 16 of my Witcher 3 playthrough. So in last episode, we got to talk to the three witches of Crookback Bog, essentially through this tapestry, through the old Gran that helps with the orphanage. So we do have some quests to do with them, but we also have some side quests in the area that I would like to finish up as well before we move on too much. We probably will get to this, and the notice board. I'm kind of curious what's over here, because I don't know what this is at all. We've done a lot of the little question marks here, but before I get, like, too far, I wanted to, like, take care of some of these, too. We got a couple here and there. So let's see how far we can get today, but let's head over here, check out the notice board and the quest. Okay, let's go head over there. Okay, here's baby. Oops.
Run, Roach.
Alright, let's see if we can get out of here easily. It's creepy, okay.
Whoreson!
Oh.
Go for the whoreson's eyes!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Conjuring! Bastards!
Pathetic.
Conjuring!
Oh, I did the wrong sign. I really didn't want that one.
Fucker! Try me!
Shit.
Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Curses! Twats casting curses! Oh, you're fucked!
Oh
Don't let
god.
him catch his breath!
Oh, I'm not good at blocking these yet. This bandit is sniping the shit out of me.
Fucker!
I'm looking for
We'll
this
flail
one.
your skin off. Ever fight a witcher?
Plow yourself!
I'm just gonna brute force my way through because it's the beginning of the episode and I don't give a fuck. Can I brute force my way through? How come this guy is so hard to get? I'm so confused. I just have to get around the shield? Jesus Christ. Okay, it's the beginning of the episode. We're just warming up. What a nightmare that was. Okay. We're just trying to warm up? Okay. We're just getting into it? Okay.
Come on.
I'm still working on my shield, guys. We're doing stuff. We're getting there. Okay. Down Warren.
Whoa!
New notice board. Should we check this out first? Okay. We'll trade ornate rugs 3 for food. Meat preferably, though I consider greens as well. New items never used. Ideal for decorating walls. Lovely fabric with linen warp. Meant as a dowry for my daughter, but the Blackens did her in, so there'll never be no wedding. Okay. That took a turn. Pots, mugs, and vases molded and fired, all made with the purest clay straight from the byways. Everything is fit to your fancy, decorated or plain, but all as pretty as a milkmaid, twice as sturdy. Well, flesh and tan hides of deer, wolves, and bears, price negotiable. Rid your hunt and yard of mice and rats and other furry vermin. For a little bit extra, I'll see to crawly, creepy kind as well. Fast and effective using the latest natural methods, a special magic from Hamelstein, which will do no harm to plants or friendly beasts. Reasonable prices. Effectiveness guaranteed. Rat catcher. Okay. Hay rack wagon for sale. Original owner. Good condition. Hardly used. Kept in barn. Inquire with Medi. Giving me Roger to anyone who will care for him and promise not to eat him. He is lovely, well-behaved mutt. Harks the hand that feeds him. But I've not left to feed him with. Perfect for guarding a yard in a garden or herding sheep at a pasture. And awfully glad to sleep at a barn. If you could take him, come see Baxter. Can we keep him? Oh, did we just get... Did we just get so many more question marks? I'm confused. I feel like we just got so many more. Maybe not. Maybe I'm listening.
Greetings.
Nice village.
Aye,
A real pearl of the swamps.
if you say so.
You get by all right?
Aye, winter to winter. Somehow we survive.
Recognize this dagger?
Aye, master. I didn't know you belonged to them.
I'm gonna say add this one.
Don't belong to anyone. Down to business. I want to get this done quickly.
Ah, so that's how it's to be.
I'm supposed to help solve your problem. Tell me what it is. Just the essentials.
The war awoke an ancient power. An evil one that feeds on bloodshed. Nightmares haunt our nights and days. Folks sleepwalk from their homes, never to return. Under the tree on the Whispering Hillock they lie. Unburied all, fathers, sons, daughters, and mothers. Folk are afeared to move them. You must go there. The dark powers must be
Interesting.
cast off.
When did all this start?
3 year back. I remember 'twas a warm day. Went to check the snares for game. Pulled a hare from me trap. It grew dark all of a sudden, though it was nigh on noontime. Thought it was a storm at first. A squeal pierced the air, near burst me ears. The hare rotted in me hands, and the leaves shriveled and yellowed, though it were yet the start of summer. Times have been ill ever since. Folks' teeth turn black as charcoal. Womenfolk fight like polecats, bawling and brawling over nothing. The young'uns, born crippled, lame, fear and cursing. Long have we pled for the ladies' help.
Need more details.
You must see for yourself. Me Gran's mum whacked me crosswise for straying near the Whispering Hillock. But what happens there now's a wonder.
A few times folk from round here gathered to chop down the trees and burn the cursed soil back to use. None returned. The ground neath the weeds is white with human bones.
Oh.
Ladies of the Wood don't know what this power is?
They know all. Old Thekla claimed they'd be punishing us. Folk stopped respecting them. Some even call them witches. But must not be they, for they sent you.
I'll look around the Whispering Hillock.
You be careful, Master Witcher. Don't ye treat this evil light.
Okay. Let's go take a look. Sounds like a whole fucking thing, to be honest. Sounds like a whole thing. Is the merchant sleeping? Everyone's sleeping. Okay. Steal anything? Well, let's go take a look and see what's going on, shall we? Now, where would this evil thing be? Oh, perfect. I'm also gonna grab this question mark while we're down there. I think they're two different things. Okay, what's down here? Got a little linen.
Come on.
Oh shit. I'm still not great with getting the parry fast enough, but I'm practicing. If you're ever wondering why I'm standing there just kind of getting hit and like not really, I'm trying to like see if I can get it. I like to learn on the job like that. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Should we meditate out in the middle of the swamp really quick? Just to, you know, just goes.
Looks like rain.
Are we almost there? I feel like this is far. Hear that? Oh.
Be gone! Be gone! Be gone! The powers will not relent.
Oh my god, stop
Show
with
yourself.
the creepy voices.
I want to talk.
This guy?
Be gone!
Medallion's humming.
Be gone!
Oh my god, that's
Place
so
of power.
creepy.
It's gotta be.
Okay, well first let's grab this. While we're here. We're getting to Billy Point, let's go, baby. Oh, do we think he's in there? Let's just save really quick.
Be gone! Come no closer. I know whence you come.
What's that? Do you think we could burn it?
The powers that protect me, they sense whence you come.
Okay. Oh. Okay, grab that.
Why have you come? Why spill this blood? Are you here to grant me death? Or is my freedom your wish?
Who are you?
I abandoned my circle, where I'd kept the balance. The Crones killed me, and cursed my ghost.
Never heard of a druid circling Velen.
I wander eternally through a maze of boughs, helplessly sliding over a sea.
Must know the Crones pretty well.
They are Velen's curse. They hear all through severed ears. They weave hair and twist lives. They take their strength from a broth of human flesh.
Why did they kill you?
The Crones want this land. They'd rule the wood alone. I stood in their way. I had to die.
I was attacked.
This is my prison. A fortress besieged. Murderers I await, and my forest protects me.
Murderers?
Murderous sisters killed my body. Now my soul they hunt, for I defy them.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to make a decision.
You claim to be imprisoned. How so?
I am bound here in fetters of magic. I wander endlessly, a labyrinth of leaves. The children, I know all. I know what awaits them. Free me, please. I must help.
If something threatens the orphans, I'll help them myself.
The children have been taken. Free me, please. I can be a gale, a gallop chained. I shall save them. Only I can.
Last episode, you guys saw that I made a terrible decision. I don't want to make this decision. I feel like he's lying, but I also don't trust the witches at all. I think they're both lying. I think that they did kill him and imprison him this way so they could have land. That part I believe. I don't think he's going to help me. I don't think he's a nice guy. I think they're both fighting. I think they both want power. They both want the same thing.
Why do you think the kids from the meadow are in danger?
The sisters took them. They shall not return.
Where'd they take them? I can help.
It is done already. It cannot be undone. There are no rules to our serving. They shall all die. Let them be saved.
The Crones. What do you know about them?
The sisters are older than the oldest trees. Velen is their realm. All life here serves them. The sisters live concealed. You will not find them. They hear all. You cannot hide.
What if I say I gotta think this over? Because granted, that guy in the village was like, oh, something evil's been attacking us. But he's saying that they're attacking because they're defending him? I don't know. If we help him, we may not get to find out about Ciri. We may not get information about Ciri. I'm gonna choose a really passive answer this time. Because we haven't, and because last episode we did a lot of murdering. I'm gonna see what happens when we pick a really passive answer.
I can't decide just yet.
You must come back. Free me. I beg you. Beware my sentries. They stand guard still.
Speak to the spirit in the cave beneath the whispering. Okay.
I'm back.
I've been waiting. You've returned. Your decision. I long to be free once more.
Oh my god, I want to say no, I think. I don't trust it. I don't. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. This game is so frustrating sometimes. I don't trust the witches. I do think they are murdering kids, essentially. Do I backtrack that by saying, like, we don't trust the witches anyway? We don't really need their information about Ciri. We already know that Ciri's been through the area. I was gonna stick with, oh, but we have to help the witches because we need Ciri. I'm gonna derail, and I'm gonna pick, I'll help you. I hope he didn't just scam us. I really hope he didn't scam us.
If you can save the orphans from the meadow, I'll help you.
I will find them, free them, open the door of my cage. Blood is my escape, a rite you must perform. With the black of raven feathers, the white of my bones, and a swift steed. A mare wild and free, in meadows pasture court, dark as a bottomless well, black as the depths of night. Such a beast, no other. Gather these and bring them here.
Got some raven feathers.
Find my remains and bring me a mount.
A wind-born steed, a black squall turned horse.
Why do we need a black horse?
The beast and I shall be as one. As when I lived, we shall be a gale. Nothing to stop us. A wild steed from meadows moist.
Where'll I find your remains?
My bones, they lie in a solitary mound nearby, due west.
I'll gather what I need to free you, then return.
Gather and return to the hillock's depths, to the tree's rotten heart. Pierce my heart, let blood flow. To be born again, I must first be consumed.
Go now, and return through the passage I have opened.
I'll be honest with you guys, I already regret this. I am very curious to know if you did the same thing. Please let me know. Please let somebody else have made the same mistakes as me. Because I'm pretty sure this is a mistake. We're gonna do it. I feel like this is not what we're supposed to be doing. Well, you could play the game however, but I feel like this is not the, I feel like most people didn't pick this answer, I'll be honest with you.
Gonna hang your head from my saddle.
Okay. What's gonna be here? Do we know? The bones trapped beneath the whispering, using the Witcher senses. Okay. Just need this. Over here.
Strange bones. Don't seem human to me.
You guys, I am making a mistake. You know when you look back on something and you're like, oh, I should have known. I'm pretty sure we're releasing like some demon out from the, out from his grave, out from his prison. Look at a baby.
Hey, yeah.
I'll say I want to kind of open this box though. Ooh. This is a cute baby. Okay, let's write it out. Cute. I am very worried about the potential of a ghost.
Go, go.
Potential of a ghost, a demon, I don't fucking know. Something not good.
Hey,
They're gonna bring the horse in here? Oh no, probably the back door, right? Or is this the back door? I think this is right. Yeah, here we go. Oh my god.
Slower.
I feel like this is such a bad thing.
Ready. We can start.
Let me fly, raven wings. Lay wings amidst the feathers. Place all beneath my heart. My heart you must pierce, and bring the steed.
Should we have a way to get out? Do I start the ritual? I've been feeling guilty. I want to know what happens, but also trick the tree. Trick being in the tree and destroy it? I feel like they want me to destroy it because they're asking me twice. I don't know. Oh, I'm so conflicted. Okay, let's... Part of me wants to know, but I feel like this is so bad to not do. I feel like we should not do this. Trick the being in the tree and destroy it.
I offer raven feathers.
Once I was free, I shall be free once more.
I offer your remains.
Once I was flesh, I shall be flesh once more.
No. I should draw your blood now. Let the horse drink it. But I won't. I don't trust you. I have to stop you, destroy you.
Betrayed! Betrayed!
Oh no. Diamond dust. Do we keep the baby?
Faster. Slower.
I had to. I was gonna go with it, but the fact that they gave me a second to back out, I was like, oh no, okay.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
Oh. Bye, horse. I'm gonna leave you there, babe. What's going on here? What is this?
I'm busy, man.
What is that? What's going on there? Oh.
Solved your problem. Just in case, though, avoid the Whispering Hillock for a while.
Cannot be. Where's something lurking there?
An evil spirit had possessed a tree on the hill. It was responsible for the killings.
How'd ye dispel this evil?
Some being had come to possess the tree's heart. I destroyed the heart and its inhabitant.
So it were a ghost. Will it be back?
No. The Crones, or the Ladies of the Wood as you call them, said to remind you about payment. Take it you know what they want?
Aye, I do. Give me the dagger.
Be back soon.
What are they gonna kill? Who are they gonna kill? Kids. Children.
There's payment. Take it to the ladies, will you?
What the hell was that?
'Tis our pact. You're a stranger, you don't know life here. It's honest pay for their protection.
So, all those ears in the woods.
Put it out your mind, master. You soon be leaving and we must tarry on, our young'uns and their young'uns after 'em. No gods nor masters watch over Velen. The land is no man's. He who wants to survive must seek his own protectors.
And now I don't know if the ghost or the spirit in the tree was evil. I don't know any— oh, disgusting. Hunting gauntlets.
Sheathe your weapon, young man.
He's even lovelier in real life.
In real life, you're different than you were in the tapestry.
Well, bring it here.
Oh my god. Ugh.
You are to bring it, not ogle it.
Never seek to cross us again.
We shall forgive you this transgression, for you've done well. Your children are plump as piglets, sweet as caramel.
But now we must talk to our white-haired friend.
I know that mark. This is Anna, the wife of the Baron of Perch.
She belongs to no man.
A fruit ripened in her womb. A fruit sprouted from seeds sown by a man she detested.
We helped her. She agreed to serve. She bears the mark. She is ours. Come. It is another woman who interests you. Speak, white-haired one.
Oh my god. That's Anna? I knew that I knew the witches were already, you know. Or they're are they witches? Crones of Crookback Bog. Ladies, the ladies.
You looked different in the tapestry.
We're all dressed up just for you. If you only knew how much time we spent in front of the glass.
Do you desire us?
You know why I'm here. You know what I want.
You shall dream of us and return for what you reject. They always come back.
Do I want to see you use me? I'm afraid. I don't want to... Okay.
You used me to tame the Whispering Hillock. A lot of work.
Naught's free, brave soul.
Did you destroy the evil powers? Have you brought peace to our domain?
Yes.
fortunate to have found so brave a knight, so able.
Yeah, the kids.
What did you need the children for?
Need? We? They needed us. Our care.
Where are they?
They are far away.
Their troubles are over.
Oh, shoot, dude. The guy in the tree was right. The guy in the tree was right, bro, and I killed him. I knew. I knew it. It's just stuck with my gut. Either way, I just knew. I felt like he was lying to me, but then as I don't know, part of me was like, well, maybe he's not. But after getting lied to by the people on Fyke Isle and like Kira, I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized already.
Our deal. I did my part, now you do yours.
A word once given, we never break. The girl. Mousy blonde. That's what they call it.
Thin as a rail, terrified, exhausted. She could barely stand, the poor thing.
We cared for her as best we could. Like she was our own daughter. Wasted affection. She proved a very naughty girl. Mischievous, stubborn, and selfish.
The young woman I seek never hurt anyone without cause.
You've not seen her long. She's changed for the worse.
Why'd she attack you?
She's no longer the girl you once knew. Wrath consumes her.
Don't believe you. They say you always keep your word, so tell me everything, exactly as it happened.
We shall tell you, brave boy. We knew someone special was to arrive. We read beast entrails, saw the omens.
We would glimpse her likeness, a mirage in a puddle. She came from the lower swamp. We knew not at first it was her the omens had spoken of.
Why was she so
Child of
hurt?
the elder blood, the sown seed that would burst into flame.
Oh my god, she's a big witch.
She fell into our hands. Elder blood.
The blood of the traitress. Does she sleep?
Like a lamb.
Come, sisters, no point in dawdling. The table's set, the cauldron bubbles.
We cannot! You know she is meant for him!
Imlerith will get her. He will, but not whole.
Well said. We'll just have a sample.
I'll take her feet. Lovely and plump. Perfect for a broth.
I can taste it already. Very well. Get on with it. Oh, you'll regret that, girl. Regret it dearly. Come back.
Ooh!
Come back.
Where's Ciri?
Come back. He has come for you.
Where's Ciri? Where's Ciri? Can I loot anything? I don't even know if it's needed. Oh my god. Keep fighting me. Keep sending the dogs. Y'all are getting out of here. Oh my god. Ooh. Some sick armor, to be fair.
You tried to kill her. Tried to butcher her like an animal and eat her.
Her blood. The taste brought back memories of our youth.
Elder blood. Extraordinary girl. But you know that. Such a shame she fled.
So when she fled, this is when she then meets the girl that was heading to the Trail of Treats and then meets to the Baron. That's when she goes to the Baron. So I think that's where we're circling back to. Also, if this is a spoiler, don't tell me, but I don't want to look it up because I don't want to know too much. But how come Geralt is separated from Ciri? Like, obviously he hasn't seen her in years, what it's presumed. So like, did they get separated and he's been trying to find her this whole time, or is he only recently trying to find her? Because it feels like, you know, everyone's out together, and is she looking for him, or is she just running and hoping for the best and he's looking for her? But if that's a spoiler for this game, don't tell me. Let's figure it out. But if it's for like from another game or something, you guys can kind of fill in the history plots a little bit for me. So everybody really wants her though because of this elder blood, because it's so important. And so everyone's trying to fucking snack her up and eat her. Oh my god.
She escaped you, but I'll find her. We'll come back here together and kill you.
Your return, you shall. Our fates are bound. And one will die. But it shan't be one of us.
Now you shall chase shadows and wander midst fog.
Each time you see her, she will be a mirage. And if you find her, the girl will die. Be seeing you, handsome knight.
See you very soon.
So many things have happened. Oops. Okay. I want to look up Anna. Oh my god, I can't believe this is the Baron's wife. I can't believe this is the Baron's wife. Geralt did not meet Anna, the Baron's wife, when he visited Crow's Perch. Sometime before his arrival, this woman had disappeared in unexplained circumstances along with her daughter Tamara. Geralt did, however, receive a detailed description of the missing woman. Anna was calmly 40-something woman with green eyes and dark hair as raven wings that she kept in a tight bun behind her head. Geralt discovered Anna's Geralt discovered that Anna's marital life had not been working out well, as she might have hoped, and she had been pregnant, but lost her child for unknown reasons, shortly before her disappearance. Geralt pushed Baron about the matter, and the ugly truth finally came out. Desperate and miserable, Anna had fled, taking Tamara with her, after her drunken husband beat her badly. The Baron was convinced Anna had miscarried because of his actions, but Geralt did not seem certain about this. He couldn't stop thinking about the strange talisman meant to ward off evil power that Anna had received from the Peller. The situation grew even more entangled when Geralt discovered that after fleeing Crow's Perch, Anna had been taken captive by some gigantic beast who carried her off into the darkness. As if this wasn't horror enough, eyewitness testimony claimed that her hands had been burned with a strange glowing symbol shortly before this. Perhaps this is precisely what the talisman Anna had received from the Peller. Perhaps this was precisely what had been meant to guard against? When the Peller had been meant to guard against? Tamara only deepened Geralt's sad understanding of her mother's situation. The woman had decided to flee together because they had had enough of the Baron's drunken rages and beatings. Anna hated her husband so much that she was ready to do anything in order to be free from the man and the child he put inside her. Geralt put the facts together and realized the old woman in the swamps was in fact Anna, the Baron's missing wife. He learned that the signs in her hands were symbols of the pact that she had made with the Crones in order to get rid of her unwanted child. Geralt's suspicions were confirmed shortly after. The curse afflicting the unfortunate woman was indeed the Crones' doing. Anna had turned to the ghastly sisters because she did not wish to give birth to the Baron's child. The Crones granted her wish in their own twisted way, with a curse that made the fetus inside her wither on the vine, taking Anna's energy from it. In despair, she turned to the Peller and made a talisman to hamper the evil's magic influence. Anna had lost this during her fight with the Baron and thus wandered defenseless against the Crone's magic. After that, the worst was free to happen. The markings on her palms began to burn, and the fiend dragged her into the Crookback Bog, where she paid back her debt as the Crone's slave. Wow. Wow. Tell the Baron what you've learned about Anna? Damn, okay. What I want to do is come here and grab a couple of these little question marks, and then we will wrap up by talking to the Baron. How many bodies here? Easily. Okay. Well, now we know that the guy in the tree probably would have helped those kids, but now all those children are dead. So, oops, that's on me. It's so hard to tell because everyone lies so much in this game. It is so hard to tell. But you guys will have to let me know on your first playthrough, did you help the guy in the tree, or did you do what the Witchers tell you to do? What level is he? Level 20? Yeesh. We're not gonna be able to kill that. Okay, so that's too far over our level right now. We're only level... Oh, we're almost 11. That's kind of nice. Don't touch me. Down here? Oh. A relic? Okay, we got some treasure. Let's go grab this. Oh! Oh, I didn't even see her. Oh well, we just kind of swiped that treasure. Everyone's like level 20 in this area. I wonder if maybe we shouldn't be doing these quests. Bandit camp? Let's see, let's do our best. Oh, we got
Your
this.
arse is mine. Witchcraft!
Where are you? Is that all of them? Is that everybody? Oh, we got a repair kit. That's nice. Okay, perfect. Anything else on you? No? Okay. So we got that. Before actually I want to talk to the Baron, I want to sell some whatever stuff I can. Okay. Let's go to Crow's Perch. We will stop at the armory. See if we can get anything made yet. And also stop at the stash and drop things off, because I know a lot of people say that I have way too many things on my inventory, and they're not wrong. Hi, hello, I'm back.
Yeah?
The merchant's not here. It's because it's nighttime. I'm gonna meditate, so he's here.
Man's got a.
And let's save really quick.
Not half bad. Brought home a bucket of peelings yesterday.
Spot of cider for you? Or a bit of dry curd? Me ladder's not exactly bursting, but what I got sure to please.
Like to take a look.
Let's see if we can sell any trash. What is this? Ooh, the wolf. Steel sword. Bonus gold. That's a nice buff, I think. Just for, you know, for Gwent purposes. And a secondary weapon? What does that mean? Does that mean he can, like, dual wield them? I don't really... No, he's already got 2 swords. He can't do that, huh? I kind of want to put that sword on. I want to take a look at what that does. Oh, wait. It's already too late anyway. Don't you get more money from selling your swords to, like, the blacksmith and stuff? Fuck. Forgot about that. What is this? I've already read that.
Farewell.
Forgot that the... Okay, let's go over here first.
You're lifeless. Move it.
Can't seem to catch.
Actually, let's see if we can put on this sword. Steel sword? Ooh, it's kind of nice. But we also have some open glyph spots, so let's put on something. Well, we got all kinds of stuff. If this already has a chance to cause bleeding, so let's add a chance to cause burning too. It's only 2%. Oh, attack power? I'm gonna put that on there. I'll put attack power. I'm gonna put sign intensity. And a chance to cause burning. I don't really know what to do with that axe, but it's cool. Did we get anything else new? Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing stuff. Okay. I'm just doing stuff.
Baron's called what he is because he's a beastly madman.
Okay. I do want to talk to the armory and the blacksmith first, and then we're gonna go talk to the Baron.
Master Witcher, there's an elven burial ground in the caverns nearabouts mid-copse, and a heap of monsters roaming about it.
Sir, why we're up to our noses in frights and horrors, imps, samovillas, mamoons, flying drakes.
How may I assist you?
Okay. Can you make me the
Need some
griffin
armor.
armor? Make me something cool. Junk gauntlets. Okay, I don't see anything here about the griffin armor. I saw some people mentioning that set. I wonder if it's in a different town? I can sell
Wouldn't
extra
mind a look
armor
at
to
your stock.
him. I should have sold weapons to a blacksmith, but I don't see a blacksmith here, I don't think. Is there armor and blacksmith different things? I'm just gonna sell all this extra shit, to be honest. None of it's good. Is that better? My inventory is now 50 out of 90. I know it's still a lot. I do know it's still a lot. But at least we get some room to pick up some stuff. And we have 1,000 gold. 1,100. So I think we're...
So long.
Next episode for sure, I'm gonna have to probably look up so I don't get so confused while I'm actually recording.
Master Witcher, there's an
I'll make
elven
sure to
burial
look up
ground in
how
the
to get some armor.
caverns nearabouts.
I think it's time. We'll do it next episode.
I'll tell you where the loot's at.
You white one, looked like you got soused last night too.
Really quick, I'm gonna go in here. Oh, sorry, little one. This is my stash. Here we go. Wait, these books aren't counting against my inventory. It still says I have 50 out of 90. So I don't really care to put all that stuff away, to be honest. Okay. Anyway, let's go find the Baron. Let's go see what he's up to.
Good.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
I mean, fuck, it's messy because while he did abuse her heavily, she did reach out to the witches to like get this child to not be a child anymore. So, I mean, she probably wouldn't feel that way if he wasn't such a shit. So, honestly, they're just not right. They're not right. It's not a good fit.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Mm.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
Hmm.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
Ooh. The white ones are optional, right? That doesn't seem like a very optional response.
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend, a dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Just keeps going.
Came home one day and Anna was gone. Her things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
This quest, it makes you like feel a little bit for him, and you're like, damn, that's really hard. That is sad. And you just feel it for a second, and then they're like, nope. It's like it's just up and down.
Guess they call you the Bloody Baron for a reason after all.
What?
Your nickname. Makes sense now.
No, that's an entirely different story.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her a life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit.
Well...
2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times were her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
I don't like any of these options that they're giving me. I don't think it is just his fault. However, because, like, you know, she did say marry him, but then fall in love with another man, date him for years. Like, that part I get, but the whole murder and all that, can't get behind. So that's tough. I think I'm gonna say the last option because I don't really think they deserve each other because they terrible for each other. I don't know. I guess the last one.
Don't know why you're telling me all this. Your relationship with your wife? Your concern, not mine.
Ah, a witcher. Should have expected as much. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp.
Reload up?
Your wife is with the Crones as their servant.
What the fuck do you mean? What Crones?
Ones who live in Crookback Bog.
Oh, I've heard folk speak of them, but thought it naught but tales to scare the children with. How on earth did she land there?
They fled by night. They were riding past the forest when a beast serving the Crones attacked them and abducted Anna.
A beast? Bloody hell. And Tamara? Was she hurt?
No.
Oh, thank the gods for that. So, Annie? What happened to her?
The creature carried her deep into Crookback Bog. Didn't harm her, though. In fact, Anna seems content there.
Content? What is this tripe, Witcher? What in bloody blazes is she doing in that swamp?
She made a pact with the Crones and... well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the Crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the Crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
These choices are hard. These are hard.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those Crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not, but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute. It landed right in front of us. I thought we'd breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're
Oh my
worth.
god. Oh my god.
The trees! Hide in the trees!
Who's this on me?
You wait, or ploughing smash you. Damn
Brutes!
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm zipping all over. Just zipping.
Damn it! I can't leave him like that.
And this is where I'm going to end the episode. So make sure you guys like and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. We get to play as Ciri again, and I'm so excited, and find out what goes on between her and the Baron when they met up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you ever want to hang out with me live, I do stream on Twitch 4 days a week at 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye!